Leaves are falling and temps are dropping. Second quarter is going strong. I'm Bree Webb.
And I'm Nate Gunderson. That's right, Eagles. Before you know it, finals will be here. But first, we've got these stories, all on your Eagles Perch. With the cold snap of Halloween winds still lingering, Bree and Katie introduce us to a group of service animals serving our vets that might just howl at the moon. Wolf dogs.
So the dogs and the veterans, they go hand in hand because that's why it's called our Heroes and Hybrids program. Much like the pack, the pack has each other. They have their, all the other animals of the pack. Our veterans also had a pack as well. They started with their families and friends growing up. Then they graduate high school and they go and join the military, and then they have their pack, their unit, their brothers and sisters in arms. And once they discharge, once they leave the military for the first time in their lives, they no longer have that pack with them, that pack support. And so it's pretty lonely in a sense that they're, for the first time in their lives, that they are seeking something more than that. So the animals not only provide that pack support in a physical sense, but it also repurposes our veterans to go out and support them back. So they're literally supporting one another at the exact same time. So one hand feeds the other, and they both find good mental health again, whether the veteran or the animals.
This is important to me because I spent so long beating myself up. I feel like I can finally give back to the community that I was from, the veteran community, to help other people that have gone down the same dark path that I did after going overseas.
Yeah, for me, I found in Mattersville after losing my best friend to PTSD suicide after his 8 years in the Marine Corps, and he served in Iraq and Afghanistan. And after his time in the service, he really, really struggled with his mental health, and I wanted to find a way to help our veterans by giving them a place of positive environment with positive coping skills for them to focus on that positive mental health.
Sometimes you just have to prowl the halls of Olathe North for a story. Recently, BR, Juan, and Gigi haunted up this story.
So we're here with the Mr. Price, and what's the quote of the day?
My quote of the day is, you miss all the shots you don't take.
So we're here with
Officer Reed.
And what's the quote of the day?
Always be aware of your surroundings.
So we're here with
Officer Reese.
And what's the quote of the day?
Be great.
Like, who am I here with?
Tug.
And what's the quote of the day?
Flirt with many, don't love any.
Who am I here with today? What's the quote of the day?
Either way you turn, the sandwich and bread come first.
Who am I here with? And what's the quote of the day?
You can be cool with many, but you can't trust all of them.
Who am I here with?
Jake Hall.
And what's the quote of the day?
Kick the sheets, win the day, baby.
Who am I here with?
Jared Batson.
And what's the quote of the day?
Quote of the day, Go Eagles.
Who am I here with?
Riley Irby.
And what's the quote of the day?
Get rich or die trying.
Never judge a book by its cover. So who am I here with?
Gage at college. Yeah. The quote of the day is, if you fall, get back up.
If there were any howls coming from the indoor football field recently, it would be the woman athletes of our powder puff game. Eric has all the action from this very gruesome and rough game.
Alright, so today we are going to be looking at the highlights of the Powder Puff game. A pretty large crowd came to come and see the juniors and seniors face off. The seniors would be the ones to start with the ball, and on the very first play, they would break loose into the open field. I mean, there was absolutely nobody around her. She made it in like it was nothing. Now the juniors would start their drive. They were able to make some incremental gains, but it wasn't long before they ended up throwing an interception and giving it right back to the seniors. Now the seniors were able to get a good drive going, and it looked like they had the touchdown here, but it ended up not being so. She was stopped just short, although it didn't really matter in the end. And just a couple plays later, they were able to get the touchdown on a quick run to the outside. This left the juniors with some ground to make up, which they were able to make up. They were slowly making their way down the field before they ended up getting the magical run that ended up finally getting them onto the board. I mean, she was very nearly caught on a couple of occasions, including right next to the end zone, but she was able to get it in anyway. And here's another possibly better angle, depending on who you ask, of her running in. And I mean, yeah, she was nearly grabbed, but it didn't matter as she still got the touchdown. And a touchdown is a touchdown. Some great celebrations going on after. I mean, that cheerleader was very clearly excited about this, but right into the next drive, and I mean, another amazing play from the seniors, as I mean, that juke was incredible as she made her way down the sidelines for yet another seniors touchdown, lengthening their lead to 18-6. And here she is blasting right by our sideline camera. Now the juniors really needed to strike back here, and they were able to get a great drive going. I mean, this was a great catch to get them down to about the 10-12 yard line. They were able to make it all the way down to within the 10-yard line. And oh, here's the cheerleader falling in the foreground of the shot, while in the background, the juniors are going to try to make a pass, and it's just not going to go through, and that ended up actually being a turnover on downs, giving it back to the seniors. And now you get to see what was the highlight of that seniors drive, which was this girl getting absolutely trucked by a senior. Now by this point, the juniors needed a miracle as the game was coming to a close, and on the last play of the game, the seniors tried to go back for a pass, and it fell short and was actually intercepted. And at this point, they ran it back for what may be a pick six. I am not exactly sure what the rules are, so it might have been 18-12, it might have been 18-6, but either way, the seniors were able to pull it off. This was a great and fun game, and if you did not come this year, you're definitely going to need to pick up some tickets next year, as it is an experience that anyone who's there will most likely recommend. Thanks, and back to you guys.
More Eagles women's sports in volleyball. Maddie brings us this report as our fall sports wind up their season.
The 2022 Olathe North volleyball team had a great year. I went and asked a few questions to some of the players.
My name is Gracie. My overall feeling for the team this year is that we do. I feel like we're going to do really well. I think we work together pretty good and we all get along.
My name is Tessa. You know the vibes are good. We get along great. As fun as fresh.
My favorite part has to probably be the cohesion and how we can all get along and like joke around but still be like strict and have fun and win.
We just the vibes are so good. We party hard. We get pretty litty and yeah, it's fabulous.
This year we don't have a huge student section, but we have 2 constant fans and they're always cheering us on and they come out almost every game.
The fans are crazy, they are wild, they are dedicated.
I also talked to a few fans about their opinion on JV volleyball.
It feels so fabulous to be Olathe North's JV volleyball's biggest fan. That is me, Addison Paige Klein. They did fabulous, all their spikes were lethal, and they really stepped it up.
Alright, there we go. Just kidding. Super Fit Bria Dawson! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah!
How do you feel about JV volleyball?
They're the best, okay?
Yeah,
Come on!
I'm Nate Gunderson.
And I'm Bree Webb.
And this is Eagles Perch for you guys. Signing off. Have a great day, Eagles.